Evening, my lovely little batlings, and welcome back to Rival Stars Racing. That's not the entire name of it. Uh, so we left off last time with our new foals fair Sapphire Peril because I couldn't do it any other way, sadly. Um, to make it be read out loud, we left off, I think, with me needing to get a bit more money, which we have got a ton of now. And then I think well, there's a couple of surprises. We have a foal here that I have not seen, and we'll see if we're going to keep. Um, this, of course, is Sapphire Peril. And then this horse is a new one you haven't seen. It's a quarter horse with a leopard pattern, which I got specifically just so I had another breed that I could kind of work on in the background. So you haven't seen her yet, and you haven't seen her foal yet, and I haven't seen her foal yet, so let's do that really quick before I start turning in these goals. What have you given me this time? Ooh. That's not bad grades. Not bad at all. Yellow care for full. Expensive expert. Let's see. Daylight Duke. His Majesty's Tune. Boring Basket. Colossal Cardinal. Spreadsheet Soup. Furious Guide. Deliberate Danger. Snack Opera. Artist's Armchair. Imaginary Company. Oyster Fruit. Evidence Labyrinth. Summer Sight. Dart Dilemma. Angry Ace. Last Land. Sand Goat. Heritage Thimble. Heat Blush. Old Office. Who would name their horse Old Office? Wooden Blush. Meadow Spy. Discovery Danger. Slipper Snow. Button Break. Difficult Number. Riddle Thicket. Or Riddle Ticket, actually. Broken Belief. I don't know why some of the times this text is very hard to read for me. Harley Quinn's Blackmail. Absolute Article. Band Benefit. Waste Temple. Okay Buffalo. Or Banquet Buffalo. Yeah, Banquet. Ghost Foghorn. I kind of like that one, actually. Sometimes randomized names are great. Sometimes they are not. This is really going to be one of those, are we going to keep this full or not, but we'll see when she gets older kind of thing. So I'm not like, oh, must have perfect name. We are going for Western names for our quarter horse, though. She's got such a pretty pattern. I randomly saw her in the market, and I was like, oh, I actually do really want her. That's why she got grabbed. Oh, first colt. Got good stats. I don't normally keep the colts, but I think this time we're going to. Is Tricky something that's commentary friendly? Okay. How about... Nope, not Cowboy, though. Not Sheriff. See, Bandit is, and I could do another Bandit. Yeah, I'll do that. Let's care for you as well. He didn't really get a Appaloosa pattern so much as I'd say a Pinto pattern. I wonder what his coloration is. Can I see what it is? Nope, not until they're an adult. Okay. Let's get these done. So, oh, I meant to read that and I clicked one too many times. I believe we're almost ready for our first international. What do you think, Francis? I agree. With Purple Flower's heritage, we'll soon be winning on the international circuit. Breed in need. Those horses grow up quick, don't they? Sure hope my princess won't grow up quite so fast. Oh yeah, her daughter. That's right. Now we're talking, we're making a real state-of-the-art facility. There's still lots to do, but progress is progress. Okay. I don't think we have a rivalry yet. I remember when your parents got married here. Oh, this really takes me back. Oh yeah, it's our grandfather's ranch, but our parents were also here. What a stunner, you've got an excellent prospect here. Get a keen eye for talent. So if you ever thought about getting out there and being another writer for Vampiric Garden? What, in cross country? I mean, I used to race, but yeah, nah, it's a long story. I'm good here. But thanks, Kay. So you do think about it. Interesting. Did you see them out there? It's like the horses know a big competition's coming up. I'm sure they're feeding off of you too. I don't think I've seen you sit still since we started here. I hope they're only feeding off the good stuff and not the nerves. Okay, we need to upgrade a stall or a full stall. Oh, we got steeplechase now. Oh yeah, Soleil Francais. Okay. Well, I can always do that with my quarter horse, maybe. She's got such a little heart marking right there. It's perfect. However, you should be ready to grow up if I remember right. Yep, we get to see what you look like growing up. They are Palomino if I remember right. Yep, you are Palomino. They aren't necessarily the best stats, but they're actually still really good stats. Oh, that's a bit of a glitch. I don't know why that's happening, but that is a bit funny. Oh, we're gonna look at attack. That's alright. Okay, so attack. Everyone's slowly getting sets. Are you telling me I can get another copy of a set I already own? Oh, I can. Okay. Not quite what I wanted to do. Some of them are locked still. Ooh, that peach might be a bit too bright. What I need is like that color when we get it unlocked. I think that's the same set. No, it is not. That's definitely not it. Where is it? Okay, that says level 7, so I'm assuming the saddle would also be level 7. There we go. That might not be too bad of a set. Okay, level 6 one has got some options, but also not really what I'm looking for either. What is that one? Oh, okay. That for some reason looks so much brighter compared. Nope. Nope. We will get more sets later, but that's a good gives a good idea of what those are going to look like later, or what I can get eventually. Yeah, we've got plenty of stalls. Oh, let's see, can I upgrade? There we go. Who do I have that's got somewhat decent stats? I want to train Sapphire Peril, so... Or Sapphire Peril. We'll just call him Sapphire for now. Silly Francais, that's right. Because we need that for that quest. Because it needs about 20%. Nope. Do I have pattern filters? No. Oh yeah, I definitely don't have pattern filters. Ooh, you technically have a leopard pattern. This can be one weird cross. Could I, just to be stinky, add that one? That's pretty good stats. That's not bad color either. You had, yeah, Barbacono. Afternoon cauliflower, oh my goodness. Okay. Your stats are pretty good. I say we'll give it a try. They'll be grade 3 for sure. Oh. What do we need to sell? I try to keep 10 of each item as much as possible, but I think I might have to take the 10s down to like 5 for a bit. Not enough room. Never enough room, to be fair. Okay, let's get that goal. Hey DJ, ever heard of Stables Monthly? They've got some great training tips. Really? I should check it out. I'll get you a subscription. Flick through it when you're free, mate. Thanks, Effie. I love learning new techniques. Okay. Oh, what's the dailies? Oof. Not necessarily my favorite this time around, though the one will be easy to do. Okay. Well, let's see if we can place first here. Double check which one it is. Race 3? Yeah, okay. So that is the right one. Well, let's see. And for once, I'm actually going to ride, so we at least have one we do per video. Otherwise, you'll just end up seeing me skip ahead because I'll do the auto jockey. And that's absolutely needed, but once in a while.
We're underway here at Sewell Meadows. Quick outfall, getting away to a great start. Cafe Crash right up there with the leader. Then as the race moves on, it's quick outfall. Snooze Sand wants the front. Profound Cackle
Okay, no,
is fighting.
her name isn't Bandit, it's Outlaw. That works. So her full being called Bandit works great. It isn't two names that are too close. You'd think my memory would be better since I just heard the name.
Snooze Sand in second, followed by Profound Cackle. The race continues with quick outfall. Snooze Sand in second spot, doing battle with
Keep an eye on that.
Quick outfall showing the way. Snooze Sand in second position. 1 length away, it's Cafe Crash.
Okay, we might be fine. I think we're fine. Yep. There we go. We earned plenty of items that round. Okay. Surely the international community will take notice of us now. I'm itching to make our mark with Purple Flower on the global circuit. Ooh, to... Yep, that's the one that's going to be tricky. We need a horse with, like, the best stats I can possibly get. And what does your foal look like? Oh my. Hello. Ooh, very pretty. Oh yeah, crossbreed bonus. Yeah, that's not bad stats at all. Flickering Flash. Aimless Assassin. Shadow Song. Spirit Salmon. Or Salmon. Evening Darkness. Volcanic Town. Northern Bingo. Theoretical Danger. Or Dancer, I think, actually. Stallion's Leaves. Natural Headline. Festive Fossil. Angelic Aftershock. Calico Constellation. That's actually kind of cute. Can I use golden as a word? I can. That is a mouthful of a name, but I can. And you do the same for my other foals here. Then one more. And we need to train up her. There we go. What a beaut. This little one will do nicely on the track. We should show TJ. TJ was a steeplechase star back in the day. He must be stoked to train you. But remember to be careful. There's some tricky jumps on the track. Okay, let's see. Can I use it to possibly train? So pretty much anything is a possible reward for the moment. Well, we'll give it a try. I'm not going to promise a win.
The field is away. Sardine Fate shows great speed. Enchanting Sight is also in the run. Sapphire Herald maintaining the lead. On the inside, it's covered.
Hey, we're not going to win this one. We're just a little bit too low level. I needed to train, and I did not train. Okay. I did say level 1 plus, so I wanted to give it a chance, but the answer is hard no.
Pushing past horses. Sapphire Herald got in their ideal position. 500 a race, it's Sardine Fate.
I would assume I'm not in the ideal position, considering the whole field is in front of me. Look at this another try after some trading and see how that goes.
Continuing around the track, it's Shining Sergeant. Whimsical Wind is coming with a huge run.
That is one of the things I will say is when it says like, oh, level 1 plus, it doesn't give you odds, it's a bit hard to be like, okay, what do you mean? Generally it means probably around level 5 plus with training, if you're wanting a guaranteed win.
At the top of the straight, it's Shining Sergeant. Echo Hill is coming home with a rush.
The jumps were good, but other than that... Okay, we're going to do a little bit of training here. Once I grab that. We'll do the training here, and then I'm going to actually do races to level 15, which is going to take me a minute. So you will see me in a quick second after a very long skip. And we're back. I really quickly completed that speed training, so that's done. And then we've got our goals to turn in, and I'm actually going to show you something that's really interesting because I'm a little bit worried about the rival race, but I'm a little less now. Okay, so we've got this one. Everything's falling into place. Now we can train even harder. And then Like, you guys know you'd be a natural at this. Steeplechase meant a lot to your father. It was his chance to leave his personal mark. He was better than your grandfather. Seeing you like this, following his footsteps, he'd be so proud. And that's why I signed you up for a small regional race. Let's keep training. That'll be interesting, but, we now have our rival race that we're gonna have to do. We'll do the steeplechase really quick, though, and the cross-country. But, third or better, generally, it's kind of like, if you can win, then awesome, but don't expect to. However, Sapphire actually has better odds, which is, I think, the first time I've seen this on any of my playthroughs, but I have beaten him before in one of my playthroughs. So this is going to be very interesting, and hope that I can do it again. But let's really quickly do that steeplechase. What do I have for goals? Oh, the daily. Well, there's those 2 dailies done. Steeplechase. Let's try this again and hope it goes a lot better. This should go a lot better. Hopefully, at least.
The starter gets us underway here at Parsons Valley.
Oh yeah, that feels a lot better.
Fate sets the early pace. Enchanting sights breaking in. Sapphire Herald, the leader. Shining Sergeant in second place, pushing hard in front of Very Foghorn. Just behind it's Echo Egg. The race continues with Sapphire Herald. Shining Sergeant wants the front.
I don't want to run that sprint too low.
Gathering momentum, just has a margin over Whimsical Wind. Cover with a magnificent run. Sapphire Herald.
I think so far we're doing quite good.
Whimsical Wind in second position from Enchanting Sights. Sapphire Herald keeping the front.
I think Sapphire Apparel is the absolute best horse I have for anything right now, which is great. It means I might actually beat the rival race. I'm hoping in this playthrough I beat the rival race. And I'm not going to try to save skim it where, if I don't, I'm just going to cancel the race and try to win that way. Oh boy, that is a bit of a distance. Let's see if I can do all 4 courses. If the change course button works. Oh, the new skills are these things, right? That one might be good for the rival race if I can do it. But I'll do it right before. Oh, that's right. One of my horses we're going to say goodbye to here in a second because they've met their max potential in a way that I can't train them anymore. And foals would be great, but they're stuck at the level 2, so it is time to rehome them. They'll be finding a good home, I am sure. They're a very pretty horse, actually, all things considered. So I'm quite sure they'll be finding a good home. Let's do that steeplechase. That one says a level 2 horse, so we should still be fine.
We're underway here at Parsons Valley. A great start from Ember Episode. Oyster's Arch is showing early speed. Sapphire Herald in first spot. Silk Samurai covering extra territory.
That's a bit of a distance.
Neck and neck with Trophy Ship, and then it's Masquerade's Fiction. Still going, it's Trophy Ship. Scenic Sandwich in second. Head and head with Silk Samurai.
I wonder if they ever add new words sneakily in their updates or names that can be read out loud. I wouldn't be surprised though. I really wouldn't be surprised. I didn't realize Samurai was one. Sandwich.
Sapphire Herald in control. Scenic Sandwich in second place, putting in a strong bid with Fortune Spook. Sapphire Herald keeping the lead spot. Scenic Sandwich in second.
There we go. I'm really curious how... Because I know Steeplechase is fairly old. It's not newer But I'm curious how they ever sort of got into doing steeplechase as it is. Like, what were they doing in the past? Were like, hey, yeah, let's take flat racing and combine it with jumping, and we'll make this whole new thing. That is also slightly more dangerous. If I do this, I'm going to have room for stuff because it is bugging me that I have to do this every so often. Does mean extra currency, which is fine. The further along in this game you go, the more demand there is for currency. So having a big stockpile now looks like, oh my gosh, you've got so much, and in reality, there'll be a point where it is not all that much. I think if I go to the marketplace, some of the horses are already like in the for level 3 are like 21,000. So imagine when they get closer to like 10. It was amazing time to make you even better. If we're going to my aunt's competitions, the first place is always between your dad and her. It was exciting. She misses him dearly. She says he always pushed her to be better. Yeah, I think that's the thing about rivalries is like there's good rivalries and bad rivalries, especially in sports. Like you have the same look your father had after race. It was his hunger for success face. There was this one tournament. Look on your father's face when he crossed the finish line. I heard a rumor that the tournament may come back. That's why we need to train, just in case. You remind me so much of him. Winning that tournament would be so special. Let's make him proud, shall we? That'd be interesting. But didn't he also have an accident in steeplechase? Because again, I think, remember right, steeplechase is a tad bit more accident prone. My aunt was right. I've never seen anyone run and jump like that. She got nostalgic when I told her I was training you for steeplechase. She said she wanted to help the champions heir. She and Frances also go way back. She shared the tips so we could keep fixing the ranch and get better. Or getting better. I think with the new tip, we are ready for the regionals. That's our first step to become steeplechase champions ourselves. Yeah, steeplechase was not, I think, in the original game when it released. This is an entirely new thing. Oh yeah, we went doing course 3. Let's see how you do with the cross country. It's just a bit funny to see the PNG versions of keep forgetting to hit space. Like the people on the side, like some are PNGs, some are slightly modeled. It works for a crowd in the background. Especially for a game that was originally, I think, mobile-based, more than it was PC-based, and I think PC still gets later updates. So much, in fact, that there is a Frisian breed on PC that isn't yet on, or on mobile that isn't yet on PC because they had to pause and work on another mobile game. That is going to be really exciting when they bring that here. Though, I wonder how their color system works, because Frisians, like purebred Frisians, can only be certain colors. As soon as you crossbreed them, you can kind of negate that a bit, which I'm assuming would be something that the game would do. But the colors are bay, chestnut, and black. There's no dilutions of any kind that are allowed, and bay and chestnut are incredibly rare. Let me try this one, maybe. Say anything about level? Okay, level 6, yeah. We'll be fine. I do like that their course, because I've been playing the mobile game that they've created, which again, I want to do a video for later, but it will be a PC video. It'll just be a short, because I have to record everything on my phone, and that I found is way different than trying to record stuff on a PC. It does feel like they've taken the quarter horse model out of this and slapped it in there, but tweaked it, which is perfectly fine. I actually kind of like that they did it, but then I looked at those and it's like, yeah, there's still quite a bit of difference. They took the base for a quarter horse model and then really, really changed it in places to fit the stylization of the other game they've created. I do believe Pickpock also has sports games. Like, Rival Stars is an actual sports series of games. This one just, I think, happened to become more popular than their older ones, and they just kind of continued with it, which I think is cool. Which is why this one still gets updates. Oh, I had an invisible wall there somewhere. For a split second. We're doing good on those times. Let's see. Level 6 again? Okay. Should be fine. Oh, those are some close jumps. Just gotta remember to take them a slight bit wider, I think. A, that's B. This one doesn't have a C. I wonder if I don't see the C's until later on. There is also show jumping, but I don't know if the show jumping is competitive or it's something you can do. That I don't know how they've added that one in, because that was, I think, a thing after I'd kind of already stopped jumping back into this game as much. But I'm curious to see how the show jumping works. Because it's a similar system of time-based. Stamina and time-based. I know we're still doing good on time. I was a bit worried. Because I had to do that little stop there. Oh yeah, we're doing fine. Can we do the last course? It says level 11 plus, so I'm gonna say yes. Oh yeah, some of that crowd sound is not even worth it to random sound. That's so funny. It works. It definitely works. Oh, hitting that flag should have, would have definitely counted as a penalty, I think. Didn't plan that jump particularly well. I do hope in a way that their other game when it comes to PC does not have these same controls. Or exactly these same controls, but I don't think so because they have a different system. For the mobile controls as well, because there's a lot of open writing, whereas this one doesn't have as much. Okay, that is all that. Let's see how that goes for goals. The courses are getting harder, but you've been putting in the work in. When I was fresh in the saddle, I didn't always give the courses the respect they deserved. Ended up missing a whole competition after I tore a ligament on the first day. Took a while to heal right. Our mistakes make us stronger, but I wouldn't recommend a foot injury. Not at this point in your career, after all. You've got the qualifier up next. Yeah, no, that would be good advice, to be fair. That's right, okay. Okay, that's what it is. I need to do the previous race. Well, let's see how this goes.
It's race
No,
on
this
here
one's
at
curved.
Parsons Valley. Sapphire
Not straight.
began very speedily. Misty Flat right behind.
That was a
Rounding down the
weird
course,
feeling.
it's Sapphire Herald. Synthetic Dynasty in second spot. Trying to beat back. Floating Friday. Sapphire Herald keeping the lead spot. Synthetic Dynasty in second place.
Okay, now we straightened out.
It's Road Rhubarb, closely followed by
That was a weird feeling starting that at a like curve.
in the lead. Synthetic Dynasty onto the front. Then Floating Friday, toe to toe with Old Octagon. Just in front of Road Rhubarb. Pounding down the course, it's Sapphire Herald.
Pretty sure I heard the word rhubarb.
Onto the front, followed by Steve Flats, closely followed by Floating Friday. In the straight, it's Sapphire Herald. Steve Flats flying home out wide on the track. Sapphire Herald in first position. Steve Flats covering extra ground. They straighten up for home, but it's Sapphire Herald.
There we go. Oh, we were neck and neck with somebody there. Huh. Hell, we've done that one. As I'm talking about, Francis must be on Cloud 9. Speaking of which, where is he? He got a call in the middle of the race. He looked pretty worried and left right away. I just hope he's okay. He missed the end of the race, but he was so excited to see you compete. Well, that's interesting. Let's do this one. That we're all set up for Prestige 6. At least have an idea of what I'm looking forward to with these races. And all these can't be done by a jockey like the flat racing. These absolutely have to be done with you controlling, which makes sense. I think it works quite well. I don't mind the jockey control for the flat racing though, because you have to do so many of those races in a row sometimes for the training. And it can get monotonous very, very quickly, so the jockey comes in very handy. And sometimes they have better odds than you do. But if you know how to do your investment right, and you're sure you're going to win and do max bid, or max bet, generally you can do fine. You'll make it all back. That's how you do it? Sweet. Do you see the look in the crowd's face? You had them eating out of the palm of your hand. The bond you forge with your horse is seriously something special. Keep this up and Stable Monthly will be begging to send you to Switzerland. I always knew you could do it, but seeing it for myself made this old man feel young again. You, me, Trenton, Sophie, and Kay. What a team your father and grandfather would be proud of right now. I didn't see the pause there. They said Event Pirate Garden is a sight for sore eyes with our heritage trees, glistening lakes. You know, your mother is responsible for most of the trees out here. When she married your father, they planted saplings all over the ranch. Huh. Smart, though. Now we have to do some training, so that's going to be a thing with our new horses here. Oh. Glitched just a bit. There we go. Very pretty. Now, out of curiosity, you are... A.B. Vampire Baroness's sibling, I think. or half sibling. And you're ready to become an adult. You're actually quite pretty as well. I know, maybe the horse model is a bit different. Sometimes it looks very similar, and other times it does not at all. How many stalls do I have left? Yep. Depends on who's going to have the best chance here. How are your stats? Not the absolute best, but better. Okay, if I wanted to, I think I can do a particular thing here. Oh no, I can't, because we still have one foal that needs to be fed one more time. We'll do that really quick. And with them fed, skip to Mara for now. They've got such an interesting, unique look, but I like it. Okay, so visit horse. Oh, I can't shift the pedigree up until next. Okay, so what is eventually going to happen is I'm going to take the heritage or pedigree from Purple Flower, this thing here, or Legacy Mark, put it on to Vampire, and then really quickly shift it down to Sapphire because they're all genetically linked. I can't delete or sell any of the horses in between. Which does make sense. There's a reason for it. Let's see. Golden Constellation has good stats. Foghorn has okay stats. I don't think we need a Cellier Francais just yet. Do Thoroughbred again. I'm just gonna let that be how that is, and then those two, I think. Do a quick refresh. Okay, I want a little bit higher stats if I can. Any that don't have a D is pretty much where we're wanting to go for, I think. I like to see more A's and B's. Like, this would be good. Lady Zero. Rich Black done. Appaloosa Fade. Oh, what was your middle? What is yours? Oh, you're right, Sally Francais. That's right. That's right. So the other route I could go is I could continue going Sally Francais. Uh... Whoa. That's a pretty, marking. Wide badger face, yep. And actually really good genes, I think. Yeah. Well, we'll give it a try. We'll see what happens. We aren't going to skip, though. And then Foghorn will have to be trained. They do look really cool. But they get the fade pattern as well. No, they got frosted. Okay. I'll have to train them in a bit, but let's see about doing this before I have to do a quick skip to train again. Because I need to train horses to level 8 in that, and this horse has already been fully trained, so I have to go back and actually train another for it to count. You can accidentally overachieve a tiny bit. Basically, if it doesn't ask for it and you do it ahead of time, it will not count that you've done it. Even though you've done it. You'll have to get another horse to do it. Which is pretty standard for any quest system. Stay a bit closer in this turn. I'll line myself up nicely. And basically do the same here again. Stay close to the turn. And that one gets a little tight. There we go. And how was that time compared to our last one? Ooh, we did better this time. Alright. And what is our new foal gonna look like? Oh, we got another filly, and pretty much 3 A's, 2 C's. That's still pretty good. Still going to be considered a crossbreed. Flood Flight. Supernatural Steel. Raspberry Ruler. Robots Ballerina. Flaming Inheritance. Book Bassoon. Absurd Chuckle. Weird Worry. Summary Beeswax. Huh. Muddy Trader. Android's M. Night. Asteroid Ambassador. Well, your name is, your mother's name is Golden Constellation. I think your dad's name had astronaut in it. Aw, darn it. Your name is going to be Spaceflight. Peak creativity, I swear. Totally. 100%. Totally not something that would be weird to name your horse. Absolutely normal name. Good work, you made it to the championship. I hope you've got a long family legacy. I hope you know you've got a long family legacy on your shoulders, but you're the one on the horse. Stable Monthly is waiting to see you get that gold. You're ready or behind you. Let's go. Remember, you put the work in. You built that bond. You can do this. Okay, see, we're going to train... well, probably Foghorn and... Well, Tricky Bandit's tricky, because do I want to keep a stallion that I'm not necessarily going to breed? His stats are good. I'm going to make a choice and say no this time. It's one of those times if I don't need a stud right now and I can't put him in pasture as much as I'd like to. So as awesome as he came out, he might get a sister with the exact same name. That sometimes happens. Where is my quarter horse? Quick outlaw, yep. We went quarter horse. Leopard and spotting. Fox's burrito. I'd like to have some real good stats here. I'm getting it for not for the tier I need them for. Oh, here we go. Ooh, Peacock Appaloosa. Yeah, Waterfall Peacock. But yeah, Peacock Appaloosa. You get brown plus cream, so buckskin. Yep, we'll give it a try. Can I care for you again yet? I can. I have to buy, but that's fine. Because if I'm going to be training, I'm going to get all that back, and then some. I'm going to really quickly train one of the horses. I will be right back. And we're back. So I've got 2 horses trained, actually. I was able to train Golden Constellation. And we have a foal to see. Ooh. Okay, those are pretty good stats. I wonder if we can do better, though. I think we can do better. I'm sorry. Give it another try. Hey. Nope, quick outlaw. There we go. Yeah, we're not going to get really insanely good, but a little better than that would be great. And then I think... yeah, we've got that cross-country one done. Got some wonderful news for you both. Stables Monthly is getting serious. They want to talk about sponsorship opportunities. That is good news. Is there a catch? If Empiric Gardens takes the Golden Championship, we've got ourselves a sponsor. Is that all? Easy. Sometimes that is what it takes. Okay, let's do a bit of cross-country then. Let's do the last one, because that's just about our whole amount that we've got to earn. Then we got a rival race. That's the last thing I think before we hit Prestige 6. But I want to get everything done before we get there. There we go. 1 and 2, or A and B. Just finish up here. This one's a pretty short one, actually. And how did we do in time? That's not bad on time. We actually did a bit better that time. I want to ride this one again because that'll give us the rest of the amount we need to earn. And then I think we'll just have to do the get gold for this one again. Quest-wise, which is fairly simple because we're already getting the gold for it. As long as you make it past the optimal time, you are golden. And in time, we'll also be able to run this on much faster horses later. For, like, the daily times and stuff, if I really wanted to compete for those, but those are kind of a different problem entirely. This one again, and then we're down to our last jump. That should earn us the rest. I don't know if we're going to do a bit better this time or not. I don't think so. Let's see, did we get a new record? Nope, we did. Nice. Okay. Okay, we're done with that, and then goals. Hey TJ, Francis tells me a bunch of people in the crowd turned up because of you. Nice one. What, they're here already? I thought my aunt's friends would be coming until the trials. I might have my people mixed up, but I'm pretty sure I heard one of them talking about how excited they were to see that James boy at work. Oh man, I hope I'm ready for this. They're all retired pros. They'll know right away if I'm doing something wrong. Have a little faith. They wouldn't be here if they didn't believe in you. I do agree with that. Okay, let's do our championship. Why am I yawning? I haven't even been awake that many hours. I feel like it's probably because I have been awake for long enough that I've eaten and then haven't eaten in a, again, in a good frame of time. You cannot live on water and caffeine alone, hilariously enough. Let's see. I don't know how we're doing in time this time. I didn't pay attention last time to see, like, time markers, so a good way to tell if you're going to have a better run than the last time is, oh, last time by this jump I reached such and such time, and this run I reached it in this time. You can get a pretty good idea of how you're doing. I think this time we were a little slower. Still within the winning time, though. Yeah, I was slower. And that does that. You did it. I knew you would. I'm so excited. Vampiric Garden is going to Switzerland. Bring it on. Our horses will be unforgettable on the international stage. Stable Monthly were over the moon. They've got everything ready for us to sign. It's been good, champ. Keep it up. Yep. And now we gotta do our rival race. But let's go see our foal real quick. How's this one? Oop. And we've got a colt, but the colt has good stats. No! I can't do much with the colt right now. If there was an availability to do this where, hey, can I have a rented mare? In the same way that we're able to rent a stallion, would be a lot of help, but I don't think the game is set up for that at all. So we get to play the lotto a little bit here. Okay, let's do a rival race. It's either gonna go well or bad. How much difference? So you're... Ooh. You're a little bit better than Saphira somehow. Or Sapphire. Because that puts it down to 510. If I do Sapphire... You don't have a back position. Gonna say, I don't think I can train them anymore. Level-wise, yes, but otherwise, no. Well, I figured this one out. Might have to do Foghorn this time. Yeah, I can't bet. That's really funny. I don't know if I'd want to for this race, to be fair. You have to give it a try.
It's race on here at Parsons Valley. Cruel Edge.
Well, I didn't even get the thing I needed to get.
Strategy competition is right there. Cruel Edge leading. Transparent Case in second position. Serpent's Ship.
We are
putting in a strong
really...
lead with Poisonous Herald. Ghost Foghorn striving forward, battling with Basket Song. Cruel Edge still in the lead. Transparent Case in second. Transparent Case gaining momentum, flying through.
Now if I can get my behind in front of him and hope my sprint catches up, I think we're good.
On the rails. 3 lengths away is strategy competition.
Basically block him from getting in front.
Is absolutely flying off the fence. 700
Might be fine.
Ghost Foghorn.
Might have enough to get my sprint charge back up.
Has cleared out from
This goes a game of tactics very quickly. The intruder the better, but definitely don't do that in actual racing. And again, there's a lot of things that actual racing does that I've definitely not ever done.
Transparent Case scraping the paint off the rails. Poisonous Herald in 11th position, just in front of Barcode Blur. 300 out, and it's Ghost Foghorn. Cruel Edge.
We're going to start at 220.
Put up a big margin from Transparent Case. Ghost Foghorn.
There's a reason for that.
Cruel Edge in second place. At the top of the straight, it's Ghost Foghorn. Cruel
There we go.
Edge in second.
Woohoo. Nice. I lost? That's impossible. I'm gonna have a stern word with my team. Well, you definitely lost. And that is, honestly, good fortune for us. We get to be the annoying rival for once. Not another colt. Game, please. Game, please. If there were other options, which I do not have, that would be better, but... Unless I'm willing to buy another quarter horse mare, this is, If we get another colt, that is exactly what's gonna happen. I'm not gonna keep messing with it, but... Oh yeah, you should be ready to be an adult now. How do you look? Oh, you didn't get the braided mane. Your stats are really good, actually. What we probably will do for spaceflight is get some wins. Well, no. As much as I want to keep Golden Constellation, there's a small problem with I need room. And I'm trying to get Sally Francais, so I'm going to do the breeding route instead of the buying route, which is always going to be a bit of a problem. It's so interesting. Sapphire has better stats, and yet Ghost had better chances. So weird how that one works. Thoroughbred, leopards, and spotting. Refresh. I'd like to not see a D anywhere on the list if I can. Game, you're actually not helping. This is where so much of the funds go. Problem cushion. What are your stats? So I think you're no, you're not. Brain just absolutely lost its mind. You're not a Palomino by any means. Oh, hang on. If I wanted to, Um, that's a lot better. Oh, that's interesting. You do have the cream gene. Wait, what pattern do you have? Yeah, you've got to have that Appaloosa pattern. We will. Ew, I'll drop my A though. I'd rather not drop the A that I do have. Disappointing dollar. Oh, hey, they have the head marking. That's the heart. Okay. Not quite what I'm looking at here. C and D there. It's about where I need the A's, and your two C's will drop me to two B's. But even A there, so A plus there, so that'll work. That'll work perfectly. Yeah, that's a good combo. No idea what it's gonna actually be like. Disappointing dollar is such an interesting name. And now you've had a foal, so let's hope it's a filly. Ooh, no. Okay, fair enough game. Fair enough. We will get another quarter horse mare eventually. You'll be called Turkey Bandit, and I will have to keep an eye out in the market for a good quarter horse mare, which is probably going to take a bit for to pop up, but I'll keep an eye on it. Spaceflight I'll have to train off stream, or not off stream, off recording, off video, because I'm not streaming this. This is one of the few times I'm not streaming something. Okay. Press the racing out there, finally some real competition. Hey wait, I recognize that name. Oh. Nice. There's our new quest, which we will get to next time. I think the only thing I'm going to try to do this time is upgrades. Before we go, that way off stream I can do some training and you at least get to see some of the upgrades happen. Means also a bunch of our grade 3 horses are going to be able to be trained a little bit further. It's supposed to play a little bit of an animation and I am breaking it. Let us see. Ooh. And you've handed me a gold. We're gonna give that another try. It sounds awful, forgive me. That is the downside part of this game. There we go. We'll let that timer go. You're still one of my highest earners. I don't know what breeds are available. I'm gonna check that really quick because I might see about doing another breed. Akhal-Teke, Quarter Horse, Anglo-Arab, Appaloosa, Arabian, French Chaser, Nubstrupper, Mustang, Sally Francais, and Thoroughbred. What do the Arabians look like? Let me take the thoroughbred off. They feel a bit tall. Not in a bad way, but they definitely feel a bit tall. How do you guys look? Oh, you were very, very toothpicky horses. Which is actually right for the breed, so that's not too bad. Okay, Mustangs look pretty good, though. I don't know what sort of patterns they come with, but, they'll be one of our first tier 4s, I think. Means the stats are going to be real bad. Oh no, they'll be tier 3. I don't know how that pans out for the stats here, but it could help. Unless I can say what tier I want. Say, I don't think I can. I can't select, hey, I want this tier. Maybe we'll give it a try. And let's see. Ooh. And you handed me another coal with not great stats. Okay, what are you doing? You are now actually handing me the one thing I don't need. Which means I gotta refilter again. You know, we'll leave the pattern open and just do the dilution this time. I see a little bit of a heart there. That is also definitely, I think, a mirrored pattern. Or a semi-mirrored pattern. Oh, yeah, it's a semi-mirrored pattern. Oh? You're an Appaloosa, though. Or, you're an Appaloosa, but you're also a Palomino. You have a B for your first, but you've got A and A pluses. Might work, but that grade difference... Oh, 40% chance of grade 3. Means... higher chance for grade 4? There was no chance for grade 4. That's interesting. We'll see how that actually goes. Which part of that ends up being, truthful. Let's see, what goals have I finished up? That new fencing is a lot better. That's the second thing that's gone right this week. Second thing, tell me more. You're practically glowing. Well, I didn't want to say anything, but I met someone. I've got a good feeling about this one. I'm looking forward to our next date. Exciting. That's awesome, TJ. We will see how that goes. The children are loving the place. TJ, did Sophie say anything about bringing her kid? She keeps mentioning it. I think her accident affected her more than she admits. Oh. You might be right. I'll talk to her and find out what's going on. Yeah, she might not want to have her kid around horses. With Stable's monthly bankrolling gear like this, we'll be ready for whatever Lucerne throws at us. Man, I'm proud of how far we've come. Switching from racing to cross country wasn't easy, but I feel like we're really getting the groove now. We're really in the groove now. As I said, my wife called. She said we had to go to the airport to pick up, well, my son Alex. Thanks for the introduction, Dad. Hey, pleasure to meet you all. Uh, my father has told me a lot about you since he picked me up. This is Alex. He'll be staying with us or staying for a few weeks with us. I might skip it this once. And ooh, crossbreed filly. Pretty good stats for tier 3. Dreamer's Dodo. Express Thistle. Dazzling Dragonfly. Tasteful Anchovy. Barometer Behavior. Captain's Ruler. Princess Prospect. Pastoral Glamour. Rich Card. Tree Tinker. Likely Cardinal. Okay, these are great, but we actually finally, there we go. Give you a name that matches your mom's a little. And we'll skip yours because I'm very curious. Ooh. Affiliate, really good stats. I'll take it, and I do think they do have a little bit of that heart pattern. What are we gonna name you? Your color I really, really like. That's tricky. Can sapphires be yellow? I think sapphires can be one of the stones that's... We recognize it for its blue color, but it can be any color. Yes, sapphire can be yellow. Did I spell that wrong? I have. I think I spelled it wrong the first time too, and yet it went through. We'll do the care for full. That's 2 Palominos or 1 Palomino. Oh no, you wouldn't be a Palomino. What would you be? You've got to be like a Golden Dun. Or a Dunskin. Probably Dunskin, so Palomino plus Dun. I'm not sure though. I don't think it tells me until you're older. Which is a downside. You, I have absolutely no idea what you are. I did indeed spell that wrong. I had wondered. My gosh, the amount some of these horses have earned. You haven't earned any because you haven't been trained yet. Yeah, that's one more stall. Then tag, I think we have some more available. Oh, wait, I think technically we have one more set available. No, I have this set. Or I have parts of it. How would it look on you? Is the bridle the right one? Yeah, it is. Headgear is the right one. It was a bit expensive, holy moly. I have sets that aren't on horses now, that's right. What is the other set I have? Oh, I have mixed two sets here, hang on. I'd wondered. I'll give you the cross-country set. So I can get that sorted out. Because that's the bridle that goes with it. And the saddle is that one. Now I can give you the correct pieces to the set. I think. Yep, I can. Doesn't look as good on you. How would it look on you, though? I wouldn't say it's the entire best combo, but it's not bad by any means either. Hey, how are we with the goals? Do we have any just new ones? Okay. We have our foals, everything like that. So the next video we'll pick up off from here and continue on with our tasks, goals, all that. And I don't know how far we'll go, but I try to kind of time this so it's not too far over 2 hours, or not quite 2 hours. Um, but we'll go from there and we'll continue on with it because I'm very curious how far the story goes. I don't think I've ever quite finished it the whole way, and I'm a bit more invested in it because I'm taking it a bit slower. So we will continue on with it. It was fun. I hope you join me again. Please like and subscribe. It helps the channel a lot. I try not to say that at the beginning of the video, try not to say it in the middle, anything that way, but yes, please like and subscribe. It does help a lot, especially on YouTube, where I'm starting like to actually get started and edit videos versus say Twitch, where I'm most comfortable and used to doing stuff. I will see you again, I hope, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.